Y'all, it's super early. But one of the things that God was showing me, y'all, I was struggling in Leviticus. I'm not going to hold you. I was struggling in Exodus and Leviticus. So I really want to read the Bible in a year. And I read that if you read at least 3 or 4 chapters a day, you can finish the Bible in a year. So I really want to, but I would spend most of my time in the New Testament. I love the New Testament, but I realized there was so much I was missing out of the Old Testament. Like when I started reading Daniel, and I was like, wait a minute, a handwriting on the wall, him walking through fire. Like I was like, all right, I gotta read this New Testament. So I was like, okay, let me start over from the beginning. And so I kept on bouncing back and forth, like, oh, okay, I'm reading a little bit of Leviticus. Okay, now I'm going to hop back into the New Testament. And God finally said, okay, enough is enough. Stop. Stay here. No back and forth. Read it all the way through. And so what I realized is that Exodus is where God had taken him out. So basically, he's taking him out. And then he's telling them, I have a land for you. I have a land flowing of milk and honey. Like he's telling them the promises and the covenants that he made with their father. And so that is him bringing them out. But as he, oh Lord, say it how honest you want me to say it. So basically, when God takes you out of something, it is still a process. That's why you have to go through healing. And that's what the Israelites is going through. They're now out of bondage, but now God is preparing them. So in Leviticus, it's them learning how to purify themselves, how God now is going to be their God and he's instilling his values. And then up towards the end of Leviticus, he is now saying, okay, we're about to take action here. And he's preparing them spiritually. He's telling them, okay, when you take over this land, don't you do what they did, because it's a reason why I'm allowing you to take possession of their land is because they were defiling the land. They were doing crazy stuff, y'all. I was like, wait a minute, y'all sleeping with mothers, sisters, out here offering your children a molest. Like, it's a lot. And so I was like, wow, okay, so this is why God has him, he takes his time. Sometimes we want to get to the finish line, and a lot of us do. It's just human nature. We want to boom. But God has to, one, take you out of where you came from. You have to unlearn everything that you've been through, and he has to instill his values. And then once he tells you his values, he got to tell you, okay, this is what you don't want to do.